Did you guys have a good weekend? Because I had one hell of a weekend, man. And I was going to make this commentary on Monday or Tuesday, but I figured, what the hell? Let me get it out to you guys now. Recap my weekend. Let you guys know what I thought about watching Avengers Age of Ultron. My thoughts on the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. And I also got to witness my Los Angeles Clippers moving on to round two. Woohoo! Getting past the San Antonio Spurs in one of the best NBA playoff series I've seen in a while, man. That series was just insane. So I'm going to go over all that and my crazy weekend in this commentary. The gameplay clips you guys are watching is just a game on Riot and the other one on Climate. Nothing special, but I just wanted to get this out to you guys and talk a little bit about the weekend that I had, which all kicked off on Thursday. Now on Thursday was Game 6 of the Clippers versus the Spurs. The Spurs were up in the series 3-2, so the Clippers were in a must-win situation. And if they won, they were able to force a Game 7. And that Thursday, we were looking for plans to go watch the game somewhere. And I say we as in my friends and I. And we found a place to go watch it that we were going to go and kind of meet everybody at. And we also found out while we were doing this that there was some theaters in the area that were showing Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, I thought the movie came out on Friday. We found out that some theaters were showing it on Thursday. So we got on that right away. And we said, you know what? Let's buy tickets right after we watch this game. We'll go watch the movie. And that's what ended up happening. Everything that could have went right this weekend went right. It was awesome. So we went out, watched the game. Clippers won. We were ecstatic, man. We were having a Game 7 Saturday. The only problem was it was going to be at the same time of the start of the Manny Pacquiao Mayweather fight. And we were just like, okay, we'll figure that out later. We'll get into that later. So after the game, we went and watched Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, Avengers Age of Ultron, I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on it. I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers or plot details or ruin the movie for you, so don't worry about that. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm just going to tell you guys that I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a great movie. If you're into the whole Marvel superhero genre, then you're going to like Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, there were a few things that I didn't like. It's not that I didn't like. I guess you could kind of say I didn't expect that. So when I saw that, I was kind of thrown off. The major one being, when I first saw the trailers for Avengers Age of Ultron, I thought this was going to be kind of a dark, dark movie about the Avengers. And they're going to have this villain that was very sinister and evil, that had no empathy or sympathy for humankind. And he was just there to kill everybody. And I thought that's the kind of villain that we were going to get in this movie. But lo and behold, when you go watch the movie, Ultron he has a lot of humor to him. He is very quirky. I wasn't expecting all that. He's almost like a big kid that's just kind of naive and just thinks what he's doing is right. And, again, he cracks a lot of jokes and he kind of has a lot of funny moments. And I just wasn't expecting that. Overall, though, it's still a very cool villain. I'm not taking anything away from James Spader or his performance. I thought it was great. It wasn't what I was expecting, what I want to convey there. Overall, though, the movie was great. I thought the vision was cool. The Hulkbuster scene versus the Hulk was probably the best scene in any Marvel movie thus far. That scene was just insanely ridiculous. I love the way they built upon Hawkeye's character. The vision, like I said, was really, really cool. It was a good movie, man. Overall, if you're into, again, the Marvel Universe, you're going to enjoy it. I did. It's worth the price of admission. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Which leads me into Friday. I don't really need to go into any details. I went out that night, had some friends over, played some Mortal Kombat, had a little tournament here at the house. It was a lot of fun. Saturday, however, was the next big day, though. We were going to have a barbecue. We didn't decide to go out and watch the fight because we figured, we want to watch the Clipper game too. The best way to be safe, to see that we get both worlds here, we get to see some boxing and some basketball, is to have it here at the house. So we rented the fight for the $100 fee. It wasn't worth it, I'll tell you that. I'll go into that. But anyway, that Saturday, Game 7, Clippers, Spurs, it was one hell of a nail-biter, man. The Clippers won by 2 points, 111-109. Chris Paul hit the game-winning shot, and it was just phenomenal. We were stoked, and I'm just really excited. The Clippers are moving on now to play the Houston Rockets. Hopefully, they'll be able to win that series and move on to the Western Conference Finals. We can only do all we can do is hope, right? That's the only thing we can do. So here's to the Clippers, man. You guys keep pushing. Good win. And then let's get into the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight. The big fight, right? the big one that everybody's been waiting for. And when we get the fight, it wasn't that very climatic, was it? It was very anticlimactic. It was very slow. It was very draining to watch. Pacquiao was almost painful to watch. And you know what? I knew it was going to be that kind of fight. I was hoping that we would see the aggressive Manny Pacquiao, the guy that's throwing a lot of punches and trying to knock out his opponent. But instead, we kind of got the timid, I'm worn out Manny Pacquiao, it felt like. And we got the vintage, always, on top of his game, Floyd Mayweather. For a lot of the people out there that hate Floyd Mayweather and his doubters and all that, he proved them all wrong again. And Mayweather, he's a boxer in the truest sense. He really is. He is there. He's a tactician. He's not a knockout artist. He knows how to score points. He knows how to make you look silly with his speed and his defense, and pretty much just put on a clinic on how you're supposed to box, like as if it was a chess match. And that's what he did. And that's what he did to Pacquiao. He just kind of picked him apart. I know there was some people out there that felt Pacquiao won. I don't know what fight you guys were watching. Again, I was rooting for Pacquiao in my last commentary. I told you guys that I was hoping that Pacquiao would win. And, I was rooting for the guy. But when I watched the fight, he just got handled. And Mayweather handled him in the way that Mayweather does, and that is just his speed and his defense. Nothing flashy. It's a very boring style of fighting. But when it comes to, just being a professional and knowing how to box, that's what he is, man. He's a professional, and he's one hell of a boxer. That's all I got to say. There's a reason why he's 48-0. A lot of people were griping that it wasn't that good of a fight, and I will admit it was a very slow and boring fight for the most part. There wasn't that many solid contact punches. A lot of the pictures that you see on ESPN or on the news are the only punches that were landed in the fight. A lot of it was just, Floyd tagging him when he needed to tag him and running around the rest of the time, and Pacquiao just kind of being lost out there. He really didn't know what to do. Never was able to kind of play his game, and he took him out of all that with his speed and his defense. Mayweather did, and it was a clinic, man. That's all I got to say. Pacquiao got handled. For those people out there that think Pacquiao won and got cheated, I don't know what fight you were watching. Mayweather just really knows how to work the scorecards. He does. I'm not saying that he did that to like he cheated or anything. He just knows how to box. He knows how to score points. He knows how to make you look silly, and that's what happened. That's exactly what happened in that fight. But overall, man, it was a great weekend. This Sunday it's now Sunday, obviously, and I'm making this commentary. I'm about to go out and have a barbecue and end the weekend with my friends. Clippers won, Mayweather won, and the Avengers was good. That's my weekend in a nutshell, and it's still going, and I hope you guys had a good one. You guys, thanks for all your views, all your subscribes, and likes. This is Nessinator Once, and I appreciate it all, guys, and I'm out.